I'm here in the hometown of Kamala Harris. I am in Oakland, California, and today we're going to be asking people of Oakland and the Bay Area if they would suggest Americans to vote for Kamala Harris. I did a video like this earlier on in the year in New York City asking people if they would be voting for Donald Trump. So I thought it would be fair if I came here to the hometown of Kamala Harris to ask the people as well. And this video will include a sponsorship by Price Picks. Living here in Oakland, would you vote for Kamala Harris?
No.
Being a resident of the hometown of Kamala Harris, would you suggest voting for her?
Yeah, absolutely.
At one point, you guys did have Kamala Harris as the Attorney General here in California and the DA of San Francisco.
Yeah, she ain't cool.
And would you suggest other people to vote for Kamala Harris, knowing what you've seen here in the Oakland and Bay Area?
Absolutely, yes.
And we came here specifically to Oakland, California, as it is the hometown of Kamala Harris.
Yes.
Would you suggest people to vote for Kamala Harris?
Yes, I would.
What makes you want to vote for Kamala Harris?
She has a good record as a prosecutor. She is got a much saner financial, economic policy than Trump, and anybody is better than Trump.
Seeing what you have seen here in Oakland and around the areas in San Francisco, you would still suggest people to vote for Kamala Harris?
What does that imply?
As San Francisco struggles to deal with the fentanyl crisis, people so high they're literally just bent over and can't stand up.
People bent over, appearing as if they were frozen in place, is a common sight in San Francisco's Tenderloin district.
And right now, the public is not being protected.
Accused of hitting the same Target store 120 times and stealing more than $40,000 worth of merchandise.
The challenge of prosecuting car break-ins.
Retail theft is rampant in San Francisco.
Now, this Walgreens has taken a drastic step, chaining up the refrigerated and frozen food.
It is terrible because you have to wait, you have to ask for a clerk to come and unlock anything that you want to buy, anything.
In the span of less than 2 hours, we saw 4 confirmed shoplifting incidents.
It's the latest grab-and-go crime in San Francisco that's forced many drugstores in the city to close. Organized retail theft has become such a hot-button issue.
An attempted carjacking in Oakland.
Breaking news out of Oakland tonight, where there were reports of a car that was stolen with a young child inside.
The Walgreens is boarded up. 2 of the CVS is closed. The Target's closed. Crime here is crazy. It's a shit show here. There's a ton of theft. I've seen people literally steal cars, breaking into cars, breaking the windows. Retail theft is huge.
Why do you think politicians and why do you think leaders of the country right now aren't prosecuting the criminals inside these stores that are literally looting upwards of $900 and not getting prosecuted? It's like almost as if they're incentivizing crime. Why do you think they would do that?
I don't know.
It doesn't make sense, right?
It does not make sense, no sir.
And walking around these streets here in Oakland, there's a lot of stores that are closed. For instance, on this block right here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stores closed out of the 8 on this street. Would you suggest other Americans to vote for Kamala Harris?
Absolutely. I love Kamala. She's amazing. I love her because she's always taken the hard way. Like, she decided not to go and be a legislator and take an easy way into politics. She decided to take hard jobs and made hard decisions, and I love her for it.
Okay, and would you trust her more than Donald Trump?
I mean, is that really a question? Yeah, of course I trust her more than Donald Trump.
And how do you feel like the current state of America has been in these past 4 years compared to the other 4 years with Donald Trump as president?
So much has been happening, so much more than who is president and what's been going on with COVID and everything else. Like, I'm relatively wealthy and white, and he supports people like me. So it hasn't been that hard, but I know people that it has been really, really hard for, and I feel for them, and that's why I won't vote for that.
And with Oakland, California being the hometown of Kamala Harris, would you suggest other Americans to vote for Kamala Harris?
Yeah, no.
Mm-hmm. And why wouldn't you?
What have she done for us? She haven't done nothing.
Do you think America would be better off underneath her administration, knowing that what they have here actually was the Attorney General, the DA as well?
Absolutely not. Mm-hmm. She ain't help us do anything. She haven't helped us improve as a community, nothing. And she's from here, but this is how our community is. It's actually getting worse.
So do you think when they put these kind of signs up here in these communities, do you think it causes more division than it causes unification?
Yeah, because now we got that stigma like, oh, pro-black, but sometimes the black person or people your own skin color will be the one that do you wrong. So it doesn't really matter about skin. It's just personality and who you are as a person, and just be a genuine person, and keep God first.
Being a resident of the hometown of Kamala Harris, would you suggest voting for her?
Yeah, absolutely.
What has she done for the community here?
Well, I'm not 100% certain, but I know that she's going to do a lot to advocate for trans rights, and that's something that's very close to my heart as a transgendered woman. I moved out here to California to escape prejudice and to escape people basically keeping me from getting my medicine, keeping me from getting my hormones. So I moved out here, and I believe with Kamala Harris, we're going to be a lot safer as a whole, as a trans community. So that's like my main goal is safety of my people, of transgendered people.
And remember this person, as we're going to come back to this person later in this video. All right, you guys, I'm excited to tell you guys about the sponsor of this video, Prize Picks. With over 10 million active members, Prize Picks is the easiest and most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. You can now win up to 100 times your money on Prize Picks with as little as 4 correct picks. And I'm excited to hook you guys up with a sweet deal. When you download Prize Picks and use code SHIRLEY, put in at least $5, you're gonna get $50 on your first lineup. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks is the best way to win real money this football season. If you know what players are gonna go off and which ones aren't, just make your picks in less than 60 seconds and turn your sports opinions into real money all season long on Prize Picks. I personally love how simple it is. You literally choose your players, create your lineup, and go more or less on that player's set projection and get your payout. For instance, this week on Prize Picks, I'm going more on Patrick Mahomes and less on Tyreek Hill. And all you guys gotta do is download the app today and use code SHIRLEY to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Download the app, use code SHIRLEY, and get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. And now let's get back into the video. Would you guys suggest other Americans to vote for Kamala Harris, seeing what you have seen here in Oakland?
Me, I don't even know who the fuck that is. But we just vote though. For black people.
Say there was a woman, her name was Kamala Harris, and she was the DA of San Francisco and the Attorney General of California. Would you like to see the rest of America to look like the Bay Area and California?
Fuck no. No. That's fucking horrible. This is Kamala Harris?
Yeah.
She looking her up, but no. Oh, she is black. She is black. Yeah, but that's crazy.
So you would vote for her just because she's black?
No, she talking hella shit to Trump and hella shit. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't fuck with it.
Do you think it'd be a good idea for the rest of America to look like San Francisco and to place the laws that we have here?
Absolutely. I'm from San Francisco, and all that hype about it being destroyed is just nothing but hype. It's a beautiful city, it remains a beautiful city, so.
San Francisco is a beautiful city, and if you do go to any town across America, you will find the good and the bad.
For sure.
Here currently though, with some of the laws that they have put in place with drugs in the Tenderloin district and people that use drugs in the open air, do you think that's right?
I do believe that we have to be compassionate with addiction.
Do you think they should be giving needles and syringes to the homeless people that are on drugs?
If you're talking about harm reduction, it's a proven method.
We've talked to a lot of people and we've seen some support for Kamala Harris. We've also seen some support from Donald Trump. And you'll be voting for Kamala Harris, correct?
Yes.
And what makes you want to vote for Kamala Harris and not for Donald Trump?
It's a vote for democracy. Donald Trump is, you got to believe when he says, this is the last election if you vote for me. I don't believe he believes in democracy. Yeah,
so do you believe that Donald Trump will become a dictator?
Yes, I do.
And how long do you think his dictatorship would last?
For the rest of his life, if he wants, all right? That's his goal, it seems.
And so we're wondering if you guys would suggest other people and other Americans to vote for Kamala Harris.
Definitely vote for Kamala. She's amazing. I think she's going to be great for our nation. We need a woman to be president, so definitely vote for her. And I really hope that she supports policies for the environment and for animal rights. I'm vegan, and I'm really hoping a president like that can do something for the movement that I'm very much a part of.
And what would a woman being president, what difference does that make between a man being a president?
I think it would set the precedent for other little girls to know that they can actually do this too, because it's about time.
And with what you guys have seen here in California and San Francisco, we know that a lot of times on the news, San Francisco and Oakland is not portrayed in the best light. Are you guys happy with the leadership underneath Gavin Newsom, and Kamala Harris is also here, Nancy Pelosi?
Mixed feelings. I think there's definitely room for improvement here. I definitely think this place has its issues. There are also really wonderful things about this place, how open everybody is, how receptive it is, how we have a lovely culture, but there is room for improvement.
Mm-hmm. And do you think it'd be good for the rest of America to have the current state of Oakland right now?
I don't know about the current state of Oakland, but I know there are aspects of Oakland that I would love to see everywhere. Our openness and how we embrace people of all walks of life, how we have diversity, how we celebrate diversity, how we think open-mindedly. I think that would be awesome to see that in more cities.
Living here in Oakland, would you vote for Kamala Harris?
No.
And why not?
I do not support the socialists. There's an invasion of the United States. Borders are being rushed. Individuals are rushing the border, and that is being ignored.
And how do you feel about all the illegal immigrants coming into America?
Illegal entry to the United States, crossing the border without permission, is actually an invasion.
Who are you going to be voting for?
Trump.
What makes you want to vote for Donald Trump?
I'm going to tell you an honest answer, dude. He's a gangster in a suit.
Gangster in a suit. And what is Kamala Harris to you?
Nothing. Man, Willie Brown, I'm going to tell you, I don't care what I say, but Willie Brown used to, like, pepper out back in the day. You guys know Mary Willie Brown?
Yeah.
It's a secret. Nobody knows that. Don't let that makeup and that business suit and she being on the news fool you. She full of shit. Full of shit. Just because she from the Bay Area doesn't make her anything. But Trump, because he has a logical brain and, like, you know, he just, like, he's going to do things, like, the right way. Her, she just full of shit. She just wants all the publicity and the fame and all that bullshit.
Would you suggest other Americans to vote for Kamala Harris?
Oh, absolutely.
Why so?
Because of her policies around abortion, her policies around helping with daycare, childcare, her policies around, oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank here, and I actually know what she...
What do you think about her border policies with the borders?
No, I disagree with her on that.
How long have you lived here in Oakland, California for?
Well, I've lived here essentially 61 years if you include the Bay Area, because I grew up in San Rafael.
And what influence has Kamala Harris had on the Bay Area?
Well, she's only been positive overall. I'm trying to improve race relations and making people understand that politics and government can work for the people.
Mm-hmm. What do you think is the most important issues that are facing the country of the United States right now as election is coming up?
I think we have to start taxing the corporations at about a 60 to 70% rate like we used to do before the 1950s or 1960s even.
Would you trust Kamala Harris more than you would Donald Trump as far as keeping the Constitution?
Far. Donald Trump doesn't even have any sense of truth, and ultimately God is truth. And if you follow the truth and you follow God and you follow logic, you're going to find that America can be great again. Mm-hmm. And truth, I'm talking about real truth, not what they call, I guess they call truth social. That's social, that's like not false. I mean, I'm talking about truth that God can stand, because truth can never be overturned by anybody, because it stands forever. Mm-hmm. You can logically argue that. Nobody can argue with it, in fact.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are at the wrong rally.
This is the hometown of Kamala Harris. Would you guys suggest other Americans to vote for Kamala?
Yeah.
Why would you suggest other Americans to vote for Kamala Harris?
Well, I'll take that back, because I ain't even voting for her, so I wouldn't even suggest somebody else to vote for her. So,
if you were to vote, who would you vote for?
Donald Trump.
Okay.
Trump, my president, man.
Okay, so you guys switched up. You guys were first Kamala supporters, now you're Trump supporters.
No, we really are Trump supporters. Fuck Kamala Harris.
He didn't bring us no problem when he was a president. To me, he didn't.
Do you trust Kamala Harris?
Do I trust Kamala Harris?
What was
you see what I mean? We're in Oakland. What do you mean? What is that?
Yeah, we're in Oakland. How long have you lived out here in Oakland for?
All my life.
All your life. And would you suggest the people of America to vote for Kamala Harris?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know, man. I don't know. Tell you the truth.
If you had 30 seconds to try and convince a Trump voter to vote for Kamala Harris, what would you say?
I mean, you know who the candidates are, and you're voting for your own reasons, but maybe try reading about why somebody else would do it, or the problems that his proposals will have, like his tariffs on China will cost you $4,000 per person. Like, that's just a fact, no matter what he says. So just look into those things, I guess.
10 more seconds.
Oh, well, hi.
Here in Oakland, California, Kamala Harris was once a politician here in the Bay Area. Would you support others to vote for, or would you tell other people to vote for Kamala Harris?
I don't know who Kamala Harris is.
Really?
Is that who's running for president?
Yeah. Would you suggest other Americans to vote for Kamala Harris?
I would, considering the fact that so much damage has been caused in the past, leading to everyone being locked up in their rooms for a whole 2 years to almost 3. So, yeah, I do.
And you do realize that you guys were locked up here in California because of the government of the state.
Yes, and that was leading all to him.
That was leading to Donald Trump.
Yes.
Okay, well, actually, it was from Gavin Newsom. Because other
Gavin Newsom?
Yeah, what do you think about Gavin Newsom?
Well, for starters, I thought he was a decent man. And he, too, has, you know, skeletons in his closet.
Would you suggest to the American people to vote for Kamala Harris?
Of course.
And why so?
Trump is dangerous.
Are you from San Francisco?
Yeah,
And
born and raised.
Born and raised. And when you hear about other people voting for Kamala Harris, especially seeing the current state of San Francisco, why do you think there is so much support for Kamala Harris here in the Bay Area?
Guys, these people are brainwashed from the media.
Are you going to be voting for Kamala Harris?
Yes.
And would you suggest other Americans to vote for Kamala Harris?
Yes.
And why so?
Because she's the best. She supports freedom and democracy, and she's trustworthy, and she doesn't lie.
And do you worry that if Donald Trump gets elected, trans rights will get taken away?
Absolutely. We've already seen this in North Carolina with the bathroom bills that got passed. Thankfully, those got overturned. I believe that Donald Trump has an agenda, and one of those agendas is to try and cure minors of being trans. They're already doing it in certain states. So it's just not a good look. Honestly, if Donald Trump wins, I'm planning on moving to Toronto, Canada. I feel safer there. There's going to be a lot less restrictions. Justin Trudeau's done a lot for transgendered rights and a lot for transgendered people. And like I said, that's my main voting point, is helping me and my sisters and my brothers get the medication that we need.
Did you know that illegal immigrants that cross the border and prisoners right now are getting free sex changes from the government?
I don't think that that's true. I do know that you can get a free sex change. I gotta go. That's actually my bus.
What do you think about prisoners getting free sex changes?
I think that everyone who is transgendered and is trying to get their medication and their surgery should be able to get it.
What would you say the current state of San Francisco is right now?
Terrible.
Why is it terrible?
The laws that we have are encouraging people to commit crimes instead of preventing it. I'm a manager for the bus tour company over here, and then many people, they don't want to travel here. They don't want to come near San Francisco because they know that they're gonna get their stuff stolen. They're gonna get their cars breaking through. It's terrible. We need at least I would say that Trump scares people a little bit. He's intimidating. I think Kamala, she's not bad. She's not terrible. But for right now, for this country, I think that we need somebody that will show a strong, scary image to make sure we can get the country back on track.
Why do you think here specifically in San Francisco, they don't enforce the law on criminals?
It's too much. There's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way to track. It's impossible. They don't have enough police officers. Nobody wants to work here. It's impossible.
Who are you going to be voting for?
I'm going to vote for Trump. I heard some good things. My uncle put me on about Trump. I didn't know Trump was the boy he is. I'm not into politics, but this election I've been looking at, Pamela Harris stuff. I've been looking at Trump stuff, and I'm like, Pamela Harris, she hot, but Trump got it all going. He got everything going on, you know what I'm saying?
We're here in San Francisco. This is the hometown of Kamala Harris. Mm-hmm. What would you say the current state of San Francisco is like?
The current state is not good. It's not good. We always got some, mishaps here and there, homeless, this, that, But like I said, I think Trump can get us back on track and make the world great again.
Thank you so much for watching this video. Please consider subscribing, give this video a like, and I will be reading your comments down below. This is Nick, and I will see you next video.